36 index. Okay. Aptitude questions. Okay. Next, that 46 to 50. You have a line graph, 6 years and 2 elements. So total 12 numbers. You just have only 12 numbers. Should be easy one. Next, 51 to 55. Quadratic looks easy. Chinna number le unnai. No single number is in 3D state. So all are 2D state numbers, so should be easy. Approximation, so anyway, you don't have squares, you don't have cubes. Yes or no? So last question has squares, but squares are easy. If you have cubes, that too 3D state number or square root or cube root values, then you need to think. So again still 56 to 60 is also easy. 61 to 65. Civil service, engineering service. Total number of candidates appeared and then graduates out of the total candidates. So total you have 4 years and then 4 numbers. 4 numbers. 4 into 4, 16. Total how many numbers we have? 16 numbers. This is a percentage conversion compared with 46 to 50. 61 to 65 takes some time because percentage is involved. So 46 to 50 my first option. Then 56 to 60 approximation. Then quadratic. Then 61 to 65. And then aptitude. And then aptitude. So middle somewhere around you can go for reasoning part. Fine. (36) ABC start a small business. A contributes 1/5 of the total capital invested in business. B contributes as much as A and C together. Total profit at the end of the year was 5,200. What was C's profit of share? Right. Your major condition says B invests as much as A and C together. In the sense B itself invests half of the amount. And A invested 1/5. What is denominator? 5. Total value is 5 parts. Half of that is 2.5 parts. Half is invested by B. So B invested 2.5. A invested 1 part. C 1.5 part. So ratio becomes 1 is to 2.5 is to 1.5. Don't want to use decimal, so multiply it with 2. 2 is to 5 is to 3. Total how many parts? 10 parts. And total profit is 5,200. 10 parts is 5,200. And you are asked about profit received by C. C gets 3 parts. If 10 parts is 5,200, 1 part is 520, 3 parts is 520 3 times. 1560. 1560. Next. A rectangular plot 55 meters long, 45 meters broad has 2 concrete crossroads of equal width running in the middle of it. Okay. One parallel to length and other parallel to breadth. What is the rest of the plot used as a lawn? The rest of the plot is used as lawn. If the area of the lawn is 1911 meters square, what is the width of the road? Right. Length and breadth is given. So this is rectangular lawn, rectangular plot. This area is lawn area. Are you getting my point? This is lawn area and this is road. Width is x. Plot area is 55 into 45. 50 plus 5, 50 minus 5. 50 square minus 5 square. 2000 minus 25. 2475. Minus lawn area will give you the road area. How much is lawn area? 1911. This is road area. length is 55, breadth is 45. So this area becomes 55 into x, 55 into x plus this is 45 and this area is x. So remaining part becomes 45 minus x and this area becomes into x. That should be equal to 2475 minus 1911. What is difference here? 2400 minus 1900. 500. 75 minus 11. 64. This must be equal to 64. And now you need to identify x value. Let me go for options. If it is 4, 55 4 times, 220. 45 minus 4, 41. 41 4 times. This is somewhere around 160 and this is 220. But here we have 564. Will be definitely more than that. Yes or no? Right. So after 4, I'll go for 5. Next option 5 ki velta. 55 5 times. 275. This becomes 40. 40 into 5. How much is that? 200. 45 times. Left hand side 475 and you have 564. Will be more than that. I'll go for 6. 55 6 times. Matladru. 3. 30. 45 minus 6. 29. 29. 39. 39. 6 times. Let's read it as 40. 40 6 times 240. Minus 6. 240 minus 6. 2. 34. Is this equal to 564? X value is 6. Clear or any doubt? Sure. Next. ఇప్పుడు రోడ్డు వేసినప్పుడు వన్ ప్యారలల్ టు లెంత్ అనదర్ ప్యారలల్ టు బ్రెడ్త్ అంటే యాక్చువల్గా ఫిగర్ ఇదేనా మీరు ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? ఇదా కాదా? ఇదా? వన్ ప్యారలల్ టు లెంత్ అదర్ ప్యారలల్ టు బ్రెడ్త్ అన్నారు కదా, మిడిల్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్ అని అన్నారు. మిడిల్లో వెళ్ళాలంటే ఇట్లానే కదా ఉండాలి, అవునా? నేనేం చేశాను, ఈ రోడ్ని ఇటు పక్కకు తీసుకొచ్చా, దీన్నేమో పైకి తీసుకెళ్ళా. అప్పుడు ఇదే ఏరియా మనకి ఇలా కనపడుతుంది. ఇది ఈజీ అవుతుంది. ఇందాక దానిలాగా తీసుకుంటే మళ్ళీ సింప్లిఫికేషన్కి ఎక్కువ టైం పడుతుంది. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు డూ ఇన్ దాట్ వే ఆల్సో యూ కెన్ డూ ఇట్. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ రెక్టాంగిల్, length and breadth are 55 and then 45. These are two areas, road areas, and you are given this is x and this is also x, width is x. Outer rectangle area 55 into 45, that should be equal to road area plus lawn area. Lawn area is 1911 plus road area. Let me take this first road. This is 55 into x plus the one which is parallel to breadth is 45 into x. But this area, middle area, comes in two times. One we have considered in lengthwise and other time we have considered in breadthwise. But suppose you are supposed to take it for only one time. So that extra time you need to subtract it. In that case, x square minus 100x will be equal to, ఇది లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్కి వెళ్తుంది కదా, 1911 minus 55 into 45. ఎనీవే ఎక్స్ వాల్యూ మైనస్ ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ని లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ తీసుకెళ్ళా, ప్లస్ అవుతుంది, ఈ రెండు తీసుకెళ్ళా, మైనస్ వచ్చింది. ఇది ఇక్కడే ఉంటుంది, ఇది అటు వస్తుంది, ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ వాల్యూ వస్తుంది. ఎక్స్ కూడా నెగిటివ్లోనే మీరు తీసుకునేది, చేస్తే వస్తుంది ఆన్సర్. దీని బదులు మిడిల్ని రోడ్ని పైకి తీసుకెళ్ళాం, దీన్ని లెఫ్ట్కి తీసుకొచ్చాం, క్వశ్చన్ సింపుల్ అవుతుంది. Next, 38. Joe's percentage is 2/7 of his father's percentage. Joe's brother is 3 years older to Joe. The respective ratio between percentage of Joe's father and Joe's brother is 14:5. Who is common here in both the conditions? Father. Father. Here in first case, if Joe's age is 2 parts, father's age 7 parts. But here father's age 14 parts. I want to have 14 here. So let me multiply both numerator and denominator with 2. Then it becomes 4/14. 4/14. Joe's age 4 parts. Father's age 14 parts. Brother's age 5 parts. Right. And what is the difference between Joe's age and Joe's brother's age? 3 years. In terms of number of parts, it is 4 parts. And here it is 5 parts. Difference is 1 part. 1 part is equal to 3 years. Difference in terms of number of parts and in terms of number of years. And you are asked about Joe's percentage. In terms of parts, it is 4 parts. 4 parts is equal to how much? 12 years. Next. Abhay gave 30% of his money to Vijay. So Vijay receives 30% from Abhay. Yes or no? Next. Vijay gave 2/3 of what he received to his mother. 2/3 of what? 30%. How much is that? 20%. 20% given to mother. Next, Vijay's mother gave 5/8 of money she received from Vijay to the grocer. 5/8 of what? 20%. That will be 100% by 8. 5/8 into 20%, right? 100% by 8, which is 12.5%. 12.5% is gone out of 20%. Remaining 7.5%. This is what the amount left with mother. Now, Vijay's mother is now left with 600 rupees. 7.5% is equal to 600. How much money did Abhay have initially? Initially Abhay has 100%. And you asked about 100% is how much? From this, can't you calculate 2.5%? How? Divided by 3. Divided by 3 will give you 2.5%. Divided by 3? 200. 2.5% is 200. Double. 5% is 400. Again double. 10% is 800. If 10% is 800, 100% is 8,000. Next, 48. A project manager hired 16 men to complete a project in 38 days. ఇది వేసినప్పుడు అది ఆపుకోవాలి కదా. ఇది ఉంచు, దాని నెత్తి మీదే ఉంది, అది ఆపాలి. A project manager hired 16 men to complete a project in 38 days. However, after 30 days, he realized only 5/9 of the work is completed. How many more men does he need to hire to complete the project on time? Right. Now, so what fractional part of the work is completed? 5/9. So out of total 9 parts, 5 parts are over. Remaining 4 parts. 5 parts are over. Remaining we have 4 parts. To complete 5 parts, 16 men worked for 30 days. But how many days we have? 38 days time. Out of 38 days, 30 days are over. Remaining we have 8 days. To complete remaining work in 8 days, so you need to increase your manpower. Let's say we have 16 plus 6 members. How many times? 5, 6 times. 8, 2 times. 12, 48. 16 plus x is equal to 48. X is equal to 48 minus 16, 32. Next. 41. 2 stations A and B are 827 kilometers apart each other. Distance between 2 places. One train starts from station A at 5 AM and travels towards station B at 67 km per hour. Another train starts from B at 7 AM and travels towards station A at 59 km per hour. At what time will they meet? Right. For these type of questions, we have to take position of 2 trains at same time. and second train started at 7 a.m. So let's say the position of two trains at 7 a.m. Initially the distance between two places is 827, but the train at station A started at 5 a.m. with a speed 67 km per hour, and now the time is 7 a.m. In the sense, in 2 hours, first train which started from station A can cover 134 kilometers. So remaining distance is 827 minus 134. This is the remaining distance between two trains at 7 a.m. And now both the trains are moving opposite to each other. If they move on opposite to each other, relative speed becomes S1 plus S2. How much is that? 67 plus 59. 126. So this is the remaining distance and the relative speed is 126. Now let's calculate the time to cover this distance. Time is distance by speed. Remaining distance is this much and relative speed is 126. How much is this value? First subtract 127. Apart from 127 you still have 7. 700 minus 7? 693. 5 times of this number? 125 times 600. 6 5s 30. How much is that? 630. Apart from that you have 63, which is half of this. In the sense 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours from where? From 7 o'clock. From 7 o'clock, if it is 5.5 hours, answer is 12:30. 12:30 p.m. (42) A wholesaler blends ante mixing. A wholesaler blends two varieties of tea, one costing 60 rupees per kg and another costing 105 rupees per kg. The respective ratio of the quantities they were mixed was 7:2. So 7 kgs from the first variety and 2 kgs from the second variety. Total how many kgs quantity we have? 900. If he sold the mixed variety at 100 rupees per kg, how much he will get by selling 9 kgs? 900 rupees. So total selling price is 900. And next, how much was his profit percentage? You are asked about profit percent. So if you calculate cost price, then you can get profit, and then you can calculate profit percent. 7 kgs of first variety, and first variety cost 60 rupees per kg. 7 kgs cost 420, and 2 kgs of second variety, that costs 210. 420 plus 210, 630. Cost price is 630. By selling 9 kgs at the rate of 100 rupees per kg, he can get 900 rupees. Profit is 270. Profit percent will be 270 out of 630 into 100. 0 0 cancel. 9 3 times. 9 7 times. 3 by 7. 3 by 7. What is 1 by 7 in terms of percentage? 14 2 by 7 percent. 1 by 7. But you need to have 3 by 7. Into 3, 14 3 times, 42, 2 by 7 3 times, 6 by 7, answer 42, 6 by 7%. Next, 43. In a 90 liters mixture of milk and water, the percentage of water is only 30%. Milk will be 70% then. The milkman gave 18 liters of this mixture to a customer and then added 18 liters of water to the remaining mixture. 18 liters in the sense 20% of the initial quantity. 20% of the initial quantity is taken out and the same quantity of water is added. What is your question? What is the percentage of milk in the final mixture? So initially how many liters you have? How many liters you have taken out? And then how much you have added? What is final quantity? Right. Final quantity is 19 liters only. There is no change. Initial quantity has 30% of water. So remaining 70% will be? What is 70% of 90? 60? Right. So you have 63 liters of milk. And out of 90 liters initial quantity, 18 liters were taken out. In the sense 20% is taken out. 20% of what? Milk 63 is taken out, and 20% of water is also taken out. That will be total 20%. Yes or no? What is 10% of this? 20%. So from this you need to subtract 12.6. How much is that? 50.4. 50? So now you have 50.4 liters of milk out of 90 liters. And you're asked about percentage. What is 50% of denominator? 45. You still need to add 5.4 to make it 50.4. Yes or no? Because our numerator is this much. If 50% is 45, what about 5%? 4.5. This is more than that. Of your denominator, what is 10%? 1%? 0.9. 5%? 4.5. 4.5 plus 0.9? 5% plus 1%? Answer. Or else if 1% is 0.9, 0.9 6 times will be 5.4. 1% into 6 is 6%. Answer is 56%. Next bag contains 4 red, 6 green, 5 blue balls, total 15 balls. 3 balls are picked at random. What is the probability that 2 of them are green and 1 of them is blue in color? In how many ways can you select 3 balls out of 15? Right. And out of total 6 green balls, you are expecting 2 of them are green and 1 of them is blue. You are expecting 2 green balls out of 6. 6C2 and out of 5 blue you are expecting 1 blue. 5C1. చేస్తారా చెప్పాలి అది? చేశారా? ఎంత? ఎన్నో ఆప్షన్ చెప్పండి. 5th ఆప్షన్ అంట. ఓకే. 45. A took a certain sum as a loan from bank at the rate of 8% simple interest, and A lends the same amount to B at 12% simple interest per annum. If at the end of the year, at the end of 5 years, A made a profit of 800 from the deal. Okay. What is the original sum? Right. So A made a profit of 800 rupees at the end of 5 years. Per year, how much percent profit he will get? He got it for 8%, but given it to B for 12%. Per year he will get 4% profit, and in 5 years 20%. And 20% is equal to 800 rupees, right? Profit in terms of percentage and in terms of rupees, and you are asked about total money, which is 100%. 100% is equal to how much? Into 5 into 5, 4,000 answer. 4,000. 46 to 50. Right, data related to number of books purchased for 2 libraries A and B during 6 years. Right. 46. Out of the total number of books purchased for library A and B together in 2008, only 20% are graphic novels. What is the total number of graphic novels purchased for libraries A and B together in 2008? In 2008. How much is this? 520, and this one 840. And total it is 1360. And 20% of this you need to calculate. 10% is 136. 20% is into 2. 272. 47. What is the average number of books purchased for library A during 2004? 5, 7, 8. Average for A. 2004, 5, 7, 8. A is diamond. This one, how much is this? This is 180. Next, 160. ఎందుకు అక్క అంత కోపం? 2005, 380. ఏయ్, ఒకసారి తప్పు చేసేది ఇన్నిసార్లు తప్పు చేస్తారేంటి? ఆ 380నే కరెక్టే. 2007, 760, and here it is 540. You already know that. 2004, 5, 7, 8. Correct. Ante ee 4 it. Come on, basically you can go for taking benchmark, but still numbers are easy. 100, 400, 1100, 1600, 8020, 1700, 1760, 1820. Average, right? Divided by 4. 4 times 16, 5 times and then 5 times. 455 answer. 48. Number of books purchased for library B in 2004 is what percent of the number of books purchased for library A in 2006? B in 2004. B in 2004. How much is this? 360. And you asked about 360 forms what percent with respect to? A in 2006. A in 2006, which is 800. Percentage, right? So into 100. 50% of denominator is 400 and this is 40 less, which is 5% less than 50%. Answer 45%. Number of books purchased for library B increased by what percent from 2003 to 2006? 2003 B we have 240 and in 2006 we have 780, 680, 680. 680 is how much more than 240? 440 more. 680 is 440 more that of 240. 0 0 cancel. This is 11 times and this is 6 times. No issue. 11 by 6. Right. Can I treat this number as 12 minus 1 by 6? Adele. 12 by 6 minus 1 by 6. Will that be equal to 11 by 6 or not? Yes or no? What do you mean by 1 by 6 in terms of percentage? 16. 2 by 3%. 12 by 6 in the sense 2. 2 in the sense 200%. 200% minus 16, 2 by 3%. 183, 1 by 3%. Fiftieth, what is the respective ratio between total number of books purchased for libraries A and B together in 2003 and the total number of books purchased for the same libraries together in 2007? 2003 versus 2007. 2003 and this is 640. 640 plus 240, 880. 880 divided by something. Hold it. You have many options. 2007. 2007, this one 480. 760 plus 480, 1240. 1240. 0 0 cancel. Cancellation with 8. 8 how many times? 11 times. 8 ones. Unda? Ledu. 430. Correct. 422 times and it is 31 time. 22 by 31. Fifth option. Quadratic. Any question? No? 56 to 60. Let me write this 1439 as 1440 divided by 16 into 15 plus 15 under root 228 nearby 225, that is 15 square. Square and under root both gets cancelled. Denominator is 16. 16 10 times, 1600 times. This is how much less than 1600? Hey, సరిగ్గా చూడు 140 ఏంది, ఆడపిల్లలు ఉన్నారు, పరుగు పోయింది. 1, so 160 in the sense 10 times, right? 10 times less than 100 times in the sense 90 times. 90 into 15, 90 10 times, 900, half of 900, 450, 900 450, 1350 plus 15, 1365, fourth option. Next, 300 by 12 into 14 plus how much will be equal to 24 square, which is 576. How many 25s will be there in 100? In 200? In 300? 12 12 cancel and this is 25, right? And you know that 12 25s will give you 25 into 14 kada. 12 25s will give you, and how many extra 25s are there? That is 350, right? 350. Subtract 350 from this, from 576, you will get 2, 2, 6. X is 226. Nearest option 225. Next, 820 divided by 21 into 3 plus x is equal to 240. So whatever is there, you need to subtract it from 240. That gives your answer, yes or no? 3 how many times? 7 once. 12 you have, again 1. You have 50, 7 times. You need to subtract 117 from 240. Subtract 120, add 3. Subtract 120. You still have 120, and then add 3. 1, 2, 3. Second option. Right, 20% of 780. 10% is 78. 20% is 2 times of it. 156. 150. 10% is 78. 20% is 156. And subtract 156 from this. You need to subtract it, but hold it. From 252 you need to subtract 156. And also 30% of this. 30%. Let's make it 90, no issue at all. 90. 10% of 30? No, 10% of 90? 9. 30%? 27. So add 27 to this. 156 plus 27. 170. 183. 183. You need to subtract 183 from this. That will give you your answer. Subtract 200, add 17. Subtract 200, 52. Add 17. If you add 17 to this number, 69. Near about 70. Right. What is this? 12 square. How much is that? 16 square. 144 plus 256. 400. 400 is 20 square, right? And right hand side you have x square into 4 square. That is equal to 4x whole square. 4x is equal to 20. X is equal to 5. Right, what is the respective ratio between number of graduates who had appeared for engineering service, second one, ES, in 2010, and the number of graduates who appeared for civil service in 2010. Right. So this is about civil services and that is about engineering, and this is about data who have appeared, and these are graduates in that, right? You're asked about respective ratio, A is to B or A by B. Who appeared engineering service in 2010, 2007, 2010. Candidates who appeared are 40. Graduates, and graduates are 60%. Don't try to calculate it, just take 60%. 60% of 40. And the number of graduates who appeared for CS in 2010. CS, graduates are 50% of 76. 50% of 76. Yes or no? Percentage cancel. 0, 0 cancel. 4 how many times? 19 times. 5 how many times? 12 times. 12 by 19. Fifth option. Next 62. What is the difference between average number of candidates who appeared in CS in 2007 and 8? Difference between average number of candidates who have appeared for CS in 2007 and 8 and the average number of candidates who appeared ES in the same year. So this is about average difference. No graduates. About total population. Total candidates who appeared the data. Average difference. Instead of taking average here and going for difference, let me go for individual difference and then go for average. I'll go for individual difference. 58 is how much more than 30? 28 more. And 60 is how much more than 36? 24. This is individual difference. And then go for average of this. 26. So data given is in thousands, 26,000. Next 63. What is the total number of graduates who appeared for both CS and ES together in the year 2009? 2009. Graduates 65% of 70 or 70% of 65. One and the same. What about 10%? 70% in the sense into 7, right? 6 into 7? 42. 0.5 into 7? 3.5. 42 plus 3.5? 45.5. And 50, 40% of 52. 10%? 5.2, double. 10.4, double. 20.8. Add 20.8 here, that becomes 66.3. Thousands, right? 66,300. Total number of candidates who appeared for CS and ES together in 2011. Candidates appeared in 2011, which is not there. Was 25% more than the total number of candidates who appeared for the same together in 2010. In 2010. 25% more than. If they form 2/5 of the total number of candidates appeared for the both. No. Your question is how many female candidates appeared for both the exams together in 2011 if they form 2/5 of total number of candidates appeared for both CS and ES together. Right. You're asked about how many females are there. Female are 2/5 of total number of candidates in 2011. And in 2011, that is 125% of total number of candidates that are there in 2010. 76 plus 40. 116. Need to calculate 125%. 125% in the sense adding 25%. 50%, 58. 25%, 29. When you add 29 to this number, it becomes 145. So total number of candidates appeared in 2011 is 145 and female are 2/5. 2/5. 2/5 in the sense 40%. 10% is 14.5. Double 29. Double 50. Female are 58,000. Next 65. The total number of graduates who appeared in engineering service in 2008. graduates is what percent of the total number of graduates who appeared CS in the same year? 2008. Engineering service 50% of 36. How much is that? 18. Is what percent of candidates who have appeared for CS in graduation in the same year? 60% of 60, which is 36. This is half, right? 50%. You asked about percentage only. 50%.